What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Comping with Kyle. I'm your host, Kyle.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle's co-host Brandon. I'm on acquisitions on the agent investors team. Kyle's on dispositions. Let's get it going today.
Let's go. Let's go. We just wanted to hop on. If you guys are new here, we do this every Wednesday. We go live at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we just comp deals for you guys. This is just a time for us to give back to you, and you can either bring deals that you have under contract or deals that you're about to lock up that you're looking for second opinions on. So before we get started, just wanted to go over a few resources for you all. The first one, if you have deals that you either have under contract or are looking for second opinions on that we do not get to on this show, please submit them to agentinvestors.com/dispo. If you submit those in there, one of us on the team will try to get back to you within 24 hours and give you kind of some feedback on it, let you know where we think we need it, or if it's a deal where you have it. You want to tell them where they can get some info about comping?
Yeah, for sure. If you guys want the 5 steps to how we actually comp in great detail, go to agentinvestors.com/comp. /comp. And you can check out all the info of how we look at our deals and how we get our ARVs, rehabs, everything. All right.
Go over to comments. There we go.
Let's go. Eric, what's up? What's up? Brett, what's up? What's up? Thank you guys for logging on. Let's get some more people on here.
Yeah. While we're waiting for a few more people to hop on, I just want to let you guys know, obviously, we're on the Agent Investors team. If you guys want to know more about doing MLS deals and working with agents efficiently, check out the Agent Investors course. It's put together by Ryan. Both me and Brandon were both taught by Ryan. And anything that he teaches in the course is probably something that he taught to us that got us where we are now.
100%.
So
yeah, 100%.
Really valuable info in there.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Like Kyle said, we were both taught by Ryan. This is literally the same way we were taught. We were able to get deals very quickly. I think I got my first deal in the first 3 weeks of working with Ryan. That's
3 weeks? Let's go.
3 weeks, right? First 3 weeks, right? These are all the same methods that we get. All right, Kyle as well. Everybody on the team is taught the same way. You can be taught the same way too. All right, go check that out.
Cool. While we wait for a few more people to hop on really quick, run through a deal that just closed yesterday. So this was one of our deals. This was my deal. It was actually a double dip. So I don't know if you've heard Ryan talk about the double dip method before, but since I'm a licensed real estate agent in Arizona, I'm able to represent buyers on transactions and get buyer side commission. So when we're doing on-market deals, I found this deal on market, so I got commission as well as a $15,000 wholesale. So really quickly, just going to run through this for you guys and show you our thought process on it. Jake, they good? They able to see our my screen? Cool. Shout out to Jake for taking care of the back end. He gets us right. We don't know what we'd do without him, so shout out Jake. All right, guys, this is the deal that just closed yesterday. 4771 South Vista Place. This one is in Chandler, Arizona. And let me just show you guys around in this area a little bit. The thing that kind of caught my eye about this property is that it's actually a waterfront property. So it's right on like a man-made lake in a neighborhood, which is a pretty nice feature. So while this property did not have a pool, it had, the next best thing, which was being waterfront in Chandler, Arizona, which is pretty interesting. So let me just show you guys kind of what I was looking at for comps. So our property is a 2-story, 2,100 square foot house. We're a 3-bed, 2.5 bath. I saw this house right here that sold at $755. Very similar square footage, slightly smaller. However, it is 1 story. So there was a slight difference there. And then staying in the same neighborhood, but scooting over. Keep in mind that 760 or 755 was also a waterfront property. That's why we were able to use it as a comp. It also had no pool. And there's another one, if it's going to load right here, somewhere in this area, that sold for $850, I believe. Oh yeah, there it is. So a little bit bigger, but not too far off. So yeah, those were my 2 comps that I was using. I called the agent. This one was listed at $575, and I thought that it would be a good deal for an investor at that price. So I called, got it under contract, told them why I would need it at $555,000, which is where we ended up locking it up, and we found a buyer at $570,000. So made commission and a wholesale deal on that one. And that's a prime example of the double dip method that Ryan teaches. All right, guys, enough about us though. We want to comp some properties for you guys. So Brandon, we got anything in the chat so far for us to comp?
Not yet. Guys, go ahead, send in some deals so we can comp. But in the meantime, what we can do, we can go in and just find our own.
We actually got one. We actually got one sent to us earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This one's sent to me on Instagram by our boy King on Instagram. I know you're watching, man. Thanks for sending this one over, and let's check it out. I haven't actually looked at this one before, so this will be good. Let's see. The address on this one is 7301 East Bent Tree. Guess I need to be on tax records. (7301) East Bent Tree Drive. All right, so this one's in Scottsdale, 85266. So, are you familiar with that?
Yeah, it's northern Scottsdale. It's way up there. But we love Scottsdale.
Love it, right? This is your man for Scottsdale deals. If you got anything out there, send it to him.
Send it over. Matt, what's up, man?
All right, let's check this one out. Okay, so when I'm comping, I don't know about you, Brandon, but I normally start at 6 months back. Yeah. Anything sold within the last 6 months, but then I keep in mind, I really kind of pay attention to when it actually sold within the last 6 months, because really we're trying to use only stuff that sold within the last 3 months and just use the 6 months if there's a really, really good comp, or if, it sold like 3-4 months ago, right, then we'll use that. But let's check out what we've got for 6 months. All right, so it looks like we have a 3,000, almost 3,100 square foot house on a 22,000 square foot lot. Don't have a whole lot of information about it because it was never listed on the MLS, but let's see what we got here. So it looks like there's 8 rooms. Tax records is a little weird. It normally counts like living rooms and kitchens and dining rooms and all that as rooms as well. So I'm assuming we're probably going to be somewhere between like 3 and 5 bedrooms. Yeah. Probably somewhere between 2 and 3 bathrooms would be my guess for that size of a house. I can see from the picture here that we do have a pool. But I think if we're trying to look for comps here, there's really not a ton that sold in this neighborhood around here. We've got this one. Okay, so it looks like this is a model match, 3,000 square feet as well. Sold off market. So you really want to make sure you pay attention to that. You can only use deals that were sold on market as comps. If they were sold off market, it is not a comp. So yeah, I mean, really, I don't see a whole lot here. What do you think, Brandon, on this one? Do you think that crossing this Pinnacle Vista Drive and going south of that is something you would do, or is that just too far away, considering it looks like you're crossing a road here?
Man, I would say just for the lack of comps. I mean, I don't think we talking about Pinnacle Vista. Yeah. No, I think we can go ahead and cross Pinnacle Vista. Okay. Honestly, it's not a lot of comps in the area. We're at 6 months too. Yeah, we can just go ahead and cross that and see what we can get.
Okay. Looks like we've got some canceled listings. So we've got a big house here that was canceled or temporarily off market. It was at 1.9. And then another 1.3 that's temporarily off market. I just like to take a look at these and see, like, was this a flipped property that they took off market, or was it maybe somebody who changed their mind, decided not to sell?
As you're looking through those pictures, what is the difference between that? If it's a flipped property or is it something, that's not flipped, and, exactly what you said. Like, what is your thought process on it?
You obviously can't say 100% for sure just based on the pictures,
Right.
but you can kind of tell. There's certain like kind of a certain look that flippers will have to their properties.
Yeah.
It's normally like that. It's got white granite countertops. It's got nicely painted cabinets. It's got new flooring.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a look to it that looks like, oh man, this thing has been renovated.
Exactly, and I would even add on to that, even at this square footage size, more of an open concept as well. That's when you can really tell if a house has been flipped. You have that open concept. You can see your kitchen with your living room. Just the whole open flow is just really what flippers are going for these days.
Yeah. So this looks like it was not necessarily a flip property. It looks like maybe somebody just decided not to sell their house. So I would not say that there are a lot of strong comps to put. I forgot to say that the asking price on this one was about 1.1, just a little north of that. So the reason that I'm saying that I don't see comps to support that being a deal is because I see 3,100 square feet sold for 1.1 and another 3,100 sold for right around 1.08. And these are kind of like the best two comps that we have, considering that this house sold off market. So I would say ARV is right around 1.1. So you're going to need it probably significantly cheaper than that, especially a house of this size. What do you think for a rehab on a house of this size?
We're definitely hitting six figures, just even cosmetically. So you're definitely hitting six figures, and it needed some work. Gonna have to knock some walls down, stuff like that. So we're hitting. What? Almost a quarter. Probably $250,000 of that.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah.
100%.
It really depends. We don't have any pictures on this one, so we can't really say 100% for sure. But on a house this big, it was built in 1994, so you can probably assume that nothing's going to be in shambles. But you never know. Has the roof been updated? Has the AC been updated since it was built? Is the pool been put with what's that called, like Pebble Sheen or Pebble Tech, or is it still the plaster pool? You can't sell a $1.2 million house really with an original plaster pool.
Exactly.
So if you're going to try to get top dollar, you really got to put in top dollar. So I think you'd probably need this one significantly below that 1.1 asking price.
100%, I agree. We got some comments here. Let's go first with Nord. Sent us a property, I believe, in California.
Okay.
So let's hit Zillow.
Let's check it out.
I love how you guys are making these addresses pop up, as YouTube is not messing with us. So we got 2729 Frankel Street, Lakewood, California.
Yeah, for those of you guys that might be trying to submit properties, I think YouTube's a little weird about putting in full addresses. I don't know if that's really been fixed yet, but get creative. See how you can get it entered. The most creative ones will probably be the ones that get seen. So
yeah.
All right. I forgot even to mention our 5-step comping steps that we use. So step one, if you guys aren't familiar, Jake, if you're able to maybe toss that up real quick so people can take a look at that. Our first step whenever we see a property is always going to be to get familiar with the subject property. Make sure that you know what you're looking at, all of the features that we have, what we do have, what we don't have, and really get familiar with it before you start looking for comps so that you know exactly what you're looking for. So looks like we have a house that's listed for sale for $780,000. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, almost 1,500 square feet. It was built in 1952. We have a 2-car garage. We're on a 5,000 square foot lot. I normally will just glance through the photos, not look too deeply, but definitely looks like it can use some work. And there we go. I think Jake just tossed those 5 steps up there for you guys to take a look at. Take a screenshot of that, take a picture of it, save it however you can. And we dive into more detail on these steps and exactly what we're looking for in each of these steps. If you go to agentinvestors.com/comp, we will give that to you for free. So make sure you guys check that out.
For free. Guys, take advantage of that. All right, for free. You're not getting these tools. A lot of these tools aren't given like that. So take advantage of it. Use it. Remember it. Know it like the back of your hand. It's free. Come on.
Yep. And all these links, I know we're throwing a lot of web addresses at you. All these links are in my bio on Instagram. So you guys will be able to find them or message me. I'll help you guys find them. Anyways, back to this one. So we're a 3.2, almost 1,500 square feet, built in 1952. Let's check out what our comps are. Zillow is slow to date. All right, here we go. All right, so it looks like we have a 3-bed, 1-bath that is 1,200 square feet, sold for $640. No pictures. 4.2, 1,700. This one's a little bit bigger than us. Also no pictures, but it's sold for $900. What does that mean to you? Like if you don't have the pictures, Brandon, and you see something relatively similar size to us, and it's sold much higher than what we're listed at, no pictures. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this one's probably been flipped. All right, investor got their hands on it, did a little rehab. What we like to do is in Arizona, because we have the tax records, we like to see if we have a house like that and say there's not much pictures, we like to see what they bought it for. Like that's something huge that we always do. Like, hey, what did they buy this one for? Just so we can kind of get a gauge of like where we need to be at, especially if it's a house that's the same square footage, kind of a model match, something that we love to do. So I suggest doing that. Just seeing, if you don't have pictures, just seeing where they bought it at, because then you can kind of reverse engineer it and kind of figure out a little bit. Not too much. It's not going to be exact, but now with you need pictures all the time, but it's not going to be exact. But you can reverse engineer it. So
right, and that's something you can do on Zillow as well. If you guys are looking at my screen right now, you can see the price history here. That's a great nugget that Brandon actually just dropped, and that's something that we definitely do as well. If we're unsure if the property's been flipped or if an investor got their hands on it, we will look at that price. Was it sold within the last 8 months to a year? Well, probably not that long. That means they're taking a long time on that flip. But 6 months or less, was it bought for a fraction of the price, and now it's looks newer and it's being relisted again.
Right.
This one, it looks like it sold in 1994, and then the next activity was that it was listed in 2022. So I'm not really led to believe that this one was necessarily flipped, but I'm unsure of why it sold for $900.
We have actually, while you're looking at it, we have a question.
It's a question.
It's a question from Sarah. The AI comping process says not to rely on market raise ARV. Is it the same logic on the reverse, not to reduce ARV to demarket ARV? No,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good question. We actually err on the side of caution, and we will probably account for a little bit of declining market, because we don't want to sell our investors like, oh, even though the market's declining, this comp sold at 420, but we think you can sell yours at 430 if you do a good job, because the market, it's not moving in that direction. 6-7 months ago, when that's the direction that the market was moving, you could bank on it and be like, oh, because the inventory is so low, and I know you're going to put out a good product, you probably can list this for 20,000 higher than any other comp. But now inventory is growing and buyers have a lot more options. So now it's not like they need to buy your properties. As Ryan always says, now they have to want to buy your properties.
Exactly.
So you got to make sure you're doing a good job. And we do account a little bit for declines. So we call that being conservative.
Exactly.
So we don't try to fool our investors that they're going to be able to sell it for a lot more. Okay, the other comp we got here, we've got a 4.2, 1,700 square feet, sold for $715. And let's see the year on this one, 1952. All right, so the comps on this one are a little bit all over the place. Let me zoom out and see if something you guys find when I comp, I stay in like a very, very confined area. There is absolutely really like no way that I'm crossing any major road. And most of the time I'm staying in the same subdivision. This looks like a pretty big neighborhood. So I try to stay as close to it as possible, because you all know there's neighborhood dynamics. In a certain part of the neighborhood, the lots might be bigger, the houses are bigger, they're 2 stories, they've got a basement. And then on the other side, they're more starter homes where they're smaller homes, they're only 1 story, they're this, that, and the other. And you can't always tell that from Zillow. So, take that into consideration. The closer you can stay to the subject property, the better.
Cool. And while you're still looking at that, Kyle, Madison she stated, I have been hearing to do a 10% ARV decrease when comping here in Phoenix. Do you think that's fair? Man, I mean, I definitely do. Just with the market where it's at right now, definitely, I think that's very fair. Even, I mean, would you say even more, honestly, than 10%? Or
I think it's subjective. I mean, I think it depends on, how many comps you have. Do you have 3 really solid comps, and then you're just going to take off, 10% and say, hey, you might not get this price, but you'll get, 90% of that. I think that's fair. If you're going on one comp that you have that's really solid, I would maybe decrease it a little bit more than 10%.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go. We've got a 4.2, almost 1800 that sold for 925, and I can definitely tell that this one has had some work done to it. This looks really nice. Doesn't look like we have a pool. So granted, they're bigger than us, but at least now we've come across a flip property. So let's see what's going on in this area up here. Another 915. This one's nice, but maybe not as updated. This one's also 1,800 square foot. So these ones are probably about 400 square feet bigger than us. That's borderline pushing it for if I'll use it as a comp. Normally 350 to 390 square feet is my max. Okay. So we've got some stuff that's not in bad shape, selling for between like 850 and 920 up here. Here we go. We got an 815, 3.2. Okay, this one does not look like it's remodeled at all. And that one sold for 815. Okay, interesting. Looks like we got another 3.2s, almost 1,600 square feet. Blue and green walls lead me to believe that it has not been updated.
Really?
Let's check out this one too. So while we might be able to find an ARV that works on this one, what's kind of running through my head right now is that this just might not be a great investor property. It really kind of seems like the comps are all over the place. There's not like a set of 2 or 3 solid houses that I'm like, okay, this is a comp. This, I think I could make my property into this and be able to sell it at this price. We've got these 2 right here that are about the same size as us. So I'm going to say our ARV is probably somewhere around between 800 and 815.
Yeah.
Even though these ones aren't remodeled, I'm not seeing a whole lot that proves in this neighborhood that a house this size remodeled could sell for anything higher. So you might disagree that it's lower, even though they're not remodeled, but that's why I'm at where I'm at. So should we run some numbers on this one, see where our offer would be?
Let's do it.
All right.
815.
Yeah, I think that's fair. If it's remodeled, I think we could get 815 for it. We're a pretty small house. We were 1,466 square feet. What are you running on rehab for that?
Can you scroll through the? I'm sorry, I don't have the screen up. Can you scroll through those pictures really quick?
Yeah. That's about all we got.
Yeah. Okay. I'd run it around like 70, 75.
I was going to say about 65.
65. Okay,
that
cool.
I did like I think $40 per square foot. That came out to 58. I rounded up a little bit, so yeah, about 65.
So 65 then.
Profit, you want to always get at least 10% for your buyers, so we're probably looking at around 82,000 for profit. And then you want to get your wholesale fee in there as well. Make sure that you get paid for your hard work. We're looking probably somewhere around like 580, 585 on our offer for that one. That's where we would be. And again, this one's listed at 779. So you're going to have to, get on the phone, talk to the agent, let them know like, hey, this is why my numbers are where they are. Make sure you educate them and don't just submit, crazy low ball offers.
Exactly. Cool. So we have another one.
Cool.
This one is in Atlanta. Brittany. James, I also see you. It came in after, so we'll just do Brittany's first and then we'll do yours after. Okay. So 1162 Merrill Southwest Ave.
Merrill.
Yes, sir.
Atlanta.
Love Atlanta. Hometown, born and raised, baby. We love it.
Oh
man.
This thing is rough.
Jeez.
She is rough. All right. So let's get familiar with our property here. We are listed for $250,000. We're a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,900 square feet, built in 1940. So pretty old house. We got a decent sized lot, 11,000 square feet. But as you can tell from the pictures, this thing is rough. You can already kind of tell. It looks like maybe the roof is peeling off a little bit. You got windows boarded up. Let's just see the inside. Oh, honestly, I was expecting a lot worse.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna lie. nonetheless, it needs some work. It looks like the walls opened up back here for some reason. So I'd definitely be asking about that. I don't know if they had some plumbing issue or a leak or something that they had to have the wall opened up to repair. Good to know that kind of stuff, so the investor knows what they're getting into, that you're selling these deals to.
Get on that phone, baby.
Yep. Oh, the ceiling too.
Oh, wow.
All right, that's all right. All right, let's see. Now that we're familiar with what we've got here, let's see where the comps are at. Dun, dun, dun.
Of course, Zillow taking its time.
Zillow's lagging. So it looks like this one actually sold for 105,000. Oh, and now it's for sale again. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna check that out and see what that's all about. Okay, so it looks like somebody bought this on June 1st. It sold for 105,000, and now they have it relisted for sale for 250,000. So I think I know what might be going on here. What do you think?
I don't know. You say, man, what's going on through your head with this, man? I mean, from the pictures, I already know what you're gonna say, but I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. But go ahead, man.
I think for me, what it means is that somebody was doing maybe some direct to seller outreach, or somebody saw this and was like, holy cow, at 105,000, this is a great deal. So they got it under contract and they were trying to find a buyer. Either they couldn't find one and were still so convinced that it was a good deal that they closed on it and they bought it themselves and are willing to take the risk, that they are so confident that they're going to sell it for more than 105,000 that they actually bought the property themselves. So now they are just the owners trying to sell it. Again, I could be totally wrong. That's just speculation, but that's what I think happened here, because I don't know who buys a property on June 1st and lists it 2 days later for $150,000 more. But let's find some comps. All right, so we've got a 3-2. That's smaller than us here. This one's 1,600 square feet. This one looks decently nice from the outside.
Is it a single family, or are we looking at a duplex here?
It says single family residence.
Okay, yeah.
I can see how you'd think that though. Yeah. good call out. You see the two front doors right next to each other.
Yeah, that's an obvious sign of duplex, but this probably was converted into a single family.
Big duplex look. This one's built in 1920, so this one's actually even older than us. We got another 3-2 here. This one also looks like a single family home. Doesn't say the square footage, but let's see when we were built, 1930. Okay, and this one sold for $439. Again, no pictures. I don't know what's up with that. Out in Georgia, no pictures. We got a 2,936 square feet. Oh man, this thing's gutted. Somebody bought it for $350. That's definitely not a comp for us though. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,000 square feet. I always just like checking the years because sometimes you'll get some new builds mixed in here. 1925. Okay. This one's bigger than us. What are you thinking, Brandon? As I'm looking through this, what are you thinking?
Man, I mean, I see there's a lot of, these are obviously older homes, right? So, we're kind of similar in square footage as well. We're actually much bigger.
1,900.
Yeah, I mean, just from looking at the house, I mean, it's going to need a lot of work. I'm thinking ARV is around, man.
Because here we go. We've got something. Yeah, this one's 1,600 square feet. Oh, this one's actually being rented. See, this one also does look like a duplex. But yeah, this one looks like it's definitely been remodeled on the inside, so that's pretty good. This one was I'm not seeing a year, but that's okay. But yeah, that one sold for $620. So it looks like somebody bought that as a buy and hold rental. Yeah, the comps are all over the place on this one.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble finding, at least 2, if not 3 properties that are very good comps that are both going to be around 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,900 square feet that are remodeled. So, 1 here that's 1,800 square feet.
And as you're looking through that, Patrick, are you talking about this house? I see a couple other houses in the chat. He says he walked it yesterday. It's a hoarder house. Yeah, 100%. I see that 100%. No pics is coming. Cool. Yeah, I think he's talking about this house. But yeah, 100%, man. It's definitely going to need a lot of work.
Yeah.
Especially it being so much older. All these houses, a lot of them are remodeled. So yeah, it's going to need a whole bunch of work, man. A whole bunch of work.
Yeah. So what I would probably do in this scenario, rather than spending too much time trying to speculate on it, what I would probably do is I would talk to one of our buyers out in Georgia, and I'd just be like, "Hey, man, like, can you take a look at this? Like, tell me what you think on this. Like, I'm kind of having trouble. Is this a good area?
Exactly.
I'm kind of thinking that ARV is going to be around 500K. This one is about 200 square feet bigger than us right here, but I think that it's a decent comp, built similar year. And then you've got this other 493 that sold here. Also looks pretty nice. I don't know the square footage, but I'm going to probably assume it's within the ballpark of what we're working with. So yeah, there's 2 right there, right around 500. So that's probably what I would say. At 105,000, I'm not surprised that these people bought this house. But yeah, talk to your buyers. Should we run some numbers on it real quick?
Yeah, let's do that.
Don't hold us to this one, but based on what I can see here, I'm going to say ARV is probably around 500. But it needs a lot of work. So it's a 2,000 square foot house. Let me do my price per square foot deal. We're an older house, so I'm thinking we're probably going to need, based on the pictures, what do you think? $65 a square foot, roughly.
65. So we're touching 6 figures on this one, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%. So that came out to 125,000. Just because I'm not too familiar with the area and the property, and just going based on pictures, I might have even rounded up a little bit more, but. Yeah, and on this one, I'm probably going to want, since ARV is 500, and if they're going to be putting in 125,000, you got to make sure that they're getting that 15%
exactly
profit that they want. So yeah, you're probably going to be right around 250 on this one, which is right about where they're asking. So seems like they might have a price right. I would maybe check with some buyers before committing to that one.
Yeah.
But the price, based on what I can see, it seems about right.
Yeah.
So
if you guys were on last week, I said another way we were talking about. How do we get our rehabs? He actually hit it on the head. Get a guy, like we always say, get an Albert. Albert's in the office, he flips. Go talk to your buyers. This is something that I wouldn't commit on. I don't think Kyle would commit on as well. Go talk to your buyers, see where they would need it at. Just as an older home, it's going to need a lot of work. So yeah, I would just get more confirmations before you lock that one up.
Yeah. But good job though. Good identifying that. Maybe you were looking at the same comps as us. Maybe you had similar ARV, but yeah, at 250, I think it pencils out on paper. So do a little bit more due diligence on it, but congrats. Good job.
Cool, man. All right. We got James. Didn't forget about you, man. I want to say this is how 46 West 23rd. Supposed to be in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah. We got it.
You guys are getting real creative with these.
I love it. I love it. All right. Let's get familiar with our property here. We are listed active on the MLS. Well, I don't know if they call it the MLS in Jacksonville, but on market, $157,000. We're a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet. So actually pretty similar size and year built, 1937. Pretty similar to the last one we looked at. Let's see what we've got for comps.
Cool, guys. Keep in mind we're an older house, so we're gonna need probably a little bit more rehab. Make sure to look at the pictures very carefully. It's it's very important.
What was it again? 46
West 23rd.
No, I lost it. Oh, that's why.
West 23rd Street. Yeah.
West 23rd Street. All right. Come on, Zillow. Save my property.
Guys, and if we can't get to your property today, remember, you can go to agentinvestors.com/dispo. Put them in there. We can get them comped and get you an answer within 24 hours, most likely less. Okay, so put them in there, man.
hate it when it does this.
Oh yeah, Zillow's acting up again.
Sorry, guys. Bear with me for just a second. All right. Well, this is not a great way to go off of it, but it shows some recently sold homes in the area. Keep in mind, these are in different zip codes. Zillow doesn't know that you have to use comps in the same zip code, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one. It's not letting me.
Are you saying the Zestimate isn't correct? Or is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, not at all. The Zestimate, I don't even pay attention to that. Unless I'm looking for a laugh, then I'll look at it. Okay, yeah, this one's weird. I'm going to give this one more try. It was 46 West 23rd in Jacksonville. All right, I got it saved.
Try it one more time. We'll just go on to the next one. And James, it's not popping.
It's not working.
James, we'll have to. Sometimes I have to go on my phone and use Zillow sometimes. So we'll do that. You can, if you want to submit it to the dispo sheet, and go ahead and do that. If not, we'll remember it and it will definitely get back to you. But it's just not popping up on the computer.
Yeah. Sorry, James. Make sure you reach out to one of us. We'll definitely take care of you and make sure we look at that one for you. 100%. Apologize for that.
Cool. Desmond sent us one. It's 192. Man,
Northwest.
You're really stumping me with this one, Desmond.
Northwest.
Wash Hands Hemp Hill Road or Hemp Hill School Road. Jesus, Desmond, you threw me for a loop there. That was a tongue twister there, buddy. I'm
Wash Hands. Man, I'm having a hard time with this one as well. I'm not seeing anything come up for that.
Maybe 192. Let's do just Hemp Hill School Road. Maybe. I don't know if you.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
195 Hemp Hill School Road Northwest.
195.
192.
Or 192. Yeah, 192.
Yeah.
Hemp Hill School Road Northwest.
I'm guessing that Wash Hands was supposed to be like an emoji, and it just didn't an emoji or something. Android problems, guys. Come on.
The Wash Hands.
Yeah. Okay. See, you threw us for a loop.
Shout out, Jake. Thanks, bro. All right. So we are listed at $137,900. We're a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet, just slightly over 1,200. And we were built in 1940. And we have just shy of an 8,000 square foot lot. The curb appeal on this is underwhelming,
Beautiful.
to say the least.
Beautiful. We love it.
We've got some messed up floors. The realtor didn't turn the light on when they took photos.
Oh, can I please point on that? Please, this is one of my biggest pet peeves. One on the MLS and seeing photos and they're all out of order. They're, not, there's bad lighting. You can't see little details. There might be a picture of the floor with a shoe on it. I'm not even kidding. I saw that today. Got sent one today. It was literally just the floor tile and a shoe. I'm sorry. I can't do a rehab off of that. I just take good pictures. Okay. Just take good pictures, please.
And if you get good pictures, sometimes you'll see some funny ones in there. I've seen ones with people like asleep on the couch, like while they're taking photos in there. They're pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, not to get too distracted, but yeah, it looks like this house could definitely use some updating, to say the least. So let's see what is selling around us. All right. So we have a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, 3-1. This one's got an extra bed and a bath, but similar square footage. I like the yellow front door. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see if this one was built same year.
Would you say that's like a tell sign that this probably flipped, right? Like you got a yellow door, you got a bright colored door or something like that.
It's definitely going to make me go back and look.
Right.
And I'm glad that I did, because it looks like it was sold in November of 2021. It looks like somebody bought it for $158,000. and they relisted it for 310 and sold it. But the painted front door on a white house is kind of very trendy right now. So whenever I see that, I kind of assume, but I always double check. And in this case, it definitely does look like that one was flipped. So looks like this might be a good comp. And that one sold for 310,000. See, we got another one here, 4-2, a little bit bigger than us. It's an all brick house, 1962. And see, this one was listed for sale December of 2021, pending sale. It looks like it sold in February, and now it's listed for rent, or it was in May. Okay, so it looks like maybe somebody bought this one as a buy and hold rental. They were going to rent it out. Doesn't necessarily mean it was a fix and flip though. And that's about as far back as I can see, I think. Yeah, before that it was bought in 2001. Okay, so we've got one good comp so far. I don't really want to cross this major road here. Got some other smaller one. A 6'2" and 1,100 square feet. Wow.
Really quick. Kenneth, it's agentinvestors.com/dispo. agentinvestors.com/dispo. Send any deals you got there. We'll look at them if we can't get to them on this live. Okay. Go ahead, Carl. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm still over here trying to figure out how they fit 6 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in a 1,200 square foot house.
Oh man. Is there a living room?
It's probably not. No, it's your brother's bedroom. That's your living room. Yeah, it looks like that one sold for 150. Doesn't look like they got top dollar for it. Not going to assume that one's anything renovated. So what I'm seeing is that we've kind of got like one pretty solid comp. Actually, let me check this one out too. This one sold for 191, so that wouldn't really help us out anyways. We've got one comp around 310. Especially, in this market, I don't think you can use one comp and bank on it. But again, this is why it's important to, have buyers and check with your buyers, because who knows? One of your buyers might be really familiar with this area and be like, oh, this is an awesome area. Yeah. I see that one sold at 310. I know that I'm confident in my abilities and my numbers to get the same exact thing. Yep. So I wouldn't bank on 310. I would probably be putting it more towards the mid 200s. And then let's run rehab on this one too. Let's see what our offer would be. 1,200 square foot house. It was a little bit older. Let's pull back up the pictures so we can reference those. Yeah, you're gonna need a full remodel here.
Yeah, 100%. You say RV is about what, 250?
Yeah, I would say probably somewhere around like 250, maybe 260. But again, there's really no comps to support that. I'm just undercutting that 310,000 comp pretty significantly because that is our only comp. Yeah. So let's see, 1,200 square feet, multiply that by $60 a square foot. We're probably right at around 70 for rehab costs would be my guess.
So, go ahead.
Yeah. So, and I was just going to say, well, again, check with your buyers on that. Make sure that they can get it done in 70. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, so typically, if you're looking through this, we're in the office, we're just sitting at our desk, and we're going through properties. How would you go through this? Would you see it and be like, no, I'm just gonna move through it, or?
I would move on to the next.
Yeah.
Again, we're deal finders, not deal creators.
Yeah.
I think there's plenty of other properties out there that have 2, maybe even 3 solid comps that are going to be they're going to give you a really strong ARV. So I wouldn't be spending too much time on this one. Our offer on this one's probably going to come out to like 115,000. Rather than trying to bring this agent down from 140 to 115, I would probably just move on to the next one and find something else.
It's a numbers game, You gotta put out a lot of offers. Got to look at a lot of properties. Don't waste your time trying to figure out one deal, right? Because at the end of the day, it may not happen. Try to get as many as you can go. Try to look through them faster as possible. Obviously look through them thoroughly, but it's a numbers game. You want to put out a lot of offers. Okay, you don't want to waste your time looking at one property and spending too much time on that. So,
exactly. And when we say put out offers too, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to like write up a full offer and put your offer out there. I would say I probably get out like maybe 3 of those, like actual real written offers a day. But I have people that are sending me properties. I have agents that are sending me properties, and I'm still comping them. I'm running the comps.
Yeah.
I'm seeing where my numbers would be at, running rehab, checking with Albert, checking with Brandon, and giving them a buy number that we would be comfortable at. And how many of those do you think you do a day?
Oh man, say offers. Well, I was putting out offers or just properties coming in.
Just just properties that you're comping and saying, hey, this is I think where we need it. It doesn't have to be a written offer.
Oh man, a lot, man. I'm more than 5. Definitely more than 5. Probably around more than 10, honestly. You know what I mean? So we're getting like I said, like Kyle said, it doesn't have to just be offers. You don't have to just write offers, and you know what I mean. You want people sending you deals, agents sending you deals. You know what I mean. You want to be looking through a lot of properties every day, right? So,
yep.
Yeah.
The more you can get your eyes on, the more
exactly
more opportunities are
exactly. And the more opportunities, the more you work on comping, the better you will get at it. The more you're looking at properties, you're actually comping deals. You actually have Albertson around you. You have people like Kyle, that you can run your numbers off of, and you learn more and more. It just helps. So.
Yeah, and I mean we're still learning too. I mean that's the whole thing about wholesaling and fixing, flipping, and comping deals is that it's going to be ever changing. I mean, me and Brandon were talking about this the other day. There's some deals that we've gotten locked up that we were for sure that buyers would be jumping all over it like 6 months ago, but times in the markets have changed. Now they're coming back. Their numbers are 20, 30, 40K lower than what we were originally thinking.
Exactly.
And the only way that we would know that is by trial and error, getting feedback, asking for feedback, thanking our buyers for taking the time to look at our deals. So be patient with it and just know that it's a learning method for everybody.
Exactly. Cool. Let's go on to this next one.
Let's do it.
David, 1714 Whipple. I'm guessing either drive or street, and I'm thinking I want to say the zip code is 94062.
Yes. There's a question.
Okay.
How do I send you comping? What? How do I send you comping info, guys? Contact info, please. Okay. Yeah. If you guys are, I'm a little bit confused by the question, but if you're looking for information on how to comp, we give that information away for free at agentinvestors.com/comp. Just put in your information and we will give you a full 1-page PDF that breaks down the exact stuff that we are looking at when we are comping deals. If you have a deal that you want us to look at, I don't know if we're going to have time to get to many more on this live session here, but on the next live session on Wednesdays, make sure you put it in the comments and we will do them in the order that they come in, or go to agentinvestors.com/dispo, put in all the information in there so that we know what we're looking at. And me or Brandon or Tanner, somebody on the team will take a look at it and try to get back to you within 24 hours and let you know either where we need it at or if it's a good deal where you have it.
Yep.
Cool. Hope that was helpful. All right. So 1714 Whipple Ave, maybe. What's the zip code on
94062?
Okay. Yep. Whipple Ave in Redwood City, California. Whoa, big price tag here. 2.1 million. Let's go. Going for the big boys. I love it.
You're playing in my ballpark now. I love these high price points.
This looks like some numbers you'd see in Scottsdale. Huh? Cool. So yeah, listed at 2.1 million. We are a 4-bed, 2-bath, almost 2,000 square feet, just shy, built in 1942. A 2-car garage. And the only reason that I highlight that on a $2.1 million house is because, somebody that's going to be paying that much for a house is probably going to be a little bit more specific about the garages. In the lower price points, it's okay if there's no garage or a carport or a 1-car garage. But if you're paying that much money, you're going to want at least a 2-car garage, if not more. So just a little note. I don't know why I just clicked that. Let's look through the pictures here real quick. Oh yeah, I was looking to see if we had a pool. I do not see a pool.
And Kenneth, I see you said the link is not working. Jake, maybe can you throw up that link for the agentinvestors.com/dispo? Actually both. Yeah, if you can. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. And guys, there's a link in my bio that has the links to everything, the 5 steps for comping, where you can submit your deals, the Agent Investors course. My Instagram is Kyle Anderson AZ_. Go check that link in the bio. hopefully that'll help you guys out.
Yeah, man, I'll definitely throw that link in my bio as well. _
Yep.
Brandon S. Powell. Follow me. You know, if you got any questions, you can hit me up on there. If you have my phone number, you can shoot me a text. So, but yeah, we'll throw those links in there, and you can, you know, get that off there, our Instagram pages.
All right. So it didn't look like we had a pool from what I could tell. So let's see what's on around us. Ooh, all right. So I see a lot in the 3s. That's good.
We're tiny, huh?
I forgot. We're just shy of 2,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
This one's 1,000 square feet bigger. That one's 2,000 square feet bigger. All right, so we've got one at 2,200 square feet right here. That's within 300 square feet. Okay, this one's pretty nice on the inside from what I can tell. Doesn't necessarily look brand new. Looks like maybe you've got some old countertops going on here. But the house is very open floor plan. The thing that I really like about this one, just looking at it, is that it's very bright on the inside. There's lots of natural light coming in. The floor plans appears to be pretty open. It says that there's 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, so huge space. Looks like maybe the bathrooms have been updated along the way. Don't see a pool. Nice backyard area. Looks like they've maybe got a little guest house or a casita or something back there. Nice little grill area. And let's check out what we got going on. Okay, this one was built in 1920. And wow, they got a lot of info on this one. Also a 2-car garage, but looks like it does have a guest house. And this one sold for $3.8 million. That one sold in February, so keep that in mind. It's a little bit beyond the 3 months that we're shooting for. But let's see what else. Okay, we got another 2.86 here. This one's a 3.3. Okay, this might be a decent comp here, but it doesn't look like this one's remodeled. What do you think, Brandon?
No.
You think it was just well maintained?
Yeah.
Maybe updated a bathroom or 2 here and there?
Just well maintained in California.
Okay. And again, this one sold back in March. So what I'm starting to see a little bit here, considering that neither of these are like immaculately remodeled, I may be starting to think that these were bought in February, March when inventory was really low and buyers didn't have a lot of options.
Yep. But
we do still have, a 3-bed, 2-bath that's 1,500 square feet that sold for $2 million here. So let's see. Trying to see if this one was flipped, but it looks like it was just listed in 2022. So it doesn't look like this one was sold previously. Another 3.1 here. This one sold in May. Okay. So we're now in the 3-month range on this $3.1 million one here. Got a 4.3 that's 2,100 square feet, sold for 3.4. 1926, no pictures. 4-bed, 3-bath. Comps are kind of all over the place on this one.
And while you're looking at that, James said, for profit, I'm taking 10 to 15% of ARV, correct? Yes.
Yes,
you really
sir.
want to aim more towards 15%, honestly, than 10. Just for, how the market is right now, I would go 15. But yes, 100%.
Yep.
Good question.
I would always try to start at 15. And if you have to increase your offer price a little bit to get the deal done, maybe keep that in mind. But keep in mind, investors are more likely to buy something with more of a profit margin. So.
Yep. Again, guys, if we're not getting to your property, remember to throw it in our dispo sheet, agentinvestors.com. So it's dispo. Please throw it in there. I see a lot of properties in there that we won't be able to get to, but we are definitely going to take a look at. Throw it in there so we remember. I see Eric. I see J Rad B with a B. I see you. Facebook user. You don't have a name on here. I see yours. we will get to all these properties. Try to throw them in that dispo tracker, and we will get right back to you. And Madison, I see you too.
All right, guys. I'm going to do something a little bit different on this one. I'm actually going to switch and see what is for sale in this area. Because, okay, so we have another 3.1 for sale. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,200 square feet. And this house looks really nice. This house actually does look like it was remodeled. And again, I don't know that for a fact. I'm going to verify, but it's got, it's got a newer look to it than some of the others that we've seen. So let's see how long it's been sitting for. Can you see that on Zillow when it was listed for sale?
I think so.
Yeah. So it was listed at the beginning of June, and this one is still sitting. So this is something that I like to do sometimes. If somebody brings, if one of the, like Brandon or Tanner, somebody on the team brings me a deal, they're like, hey, what do you think on this one? I think ARV is really strong at this number. I will then look at what is available for sale and see how long it's been sitting. Let's see what the market thinks.
Exactly.
If there's something that's been sitting, like here, for example, here's a perfect product that is very similar to ours at $3.1 million, and it is not selling. It has been sitting for a month, which is pretty much a flipper's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
So let's see if there's any other ones like this. Otherwise, that's gonna, I'm gonna take that into consideration. This one looks like it's a lot bigger, but again, keep that in mind. It's bigger than us, and it's listed for $3 million. This one does not look like it was necessarily as updated. It's got some old features to it, but still a bigger house for less money. 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet. This one is for sale for 1.3. Outdated. Somebody might want to take a look at this one. This might be something good as well. I don't know. Price cut of 100K. I see motivation there. Yeah. I don't know. But it is a 2.2 and it's pretty small. So I'm really not thinking that we can push ARV much past the threes. We've got, it looks like here's another one, 2.5, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet. Let's see what this one looks like on the inside. Nope, doesn't look like anything crazy. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit conservative, especially in this higher price point, because, I want to make sure that the investor feels comfortable with the ARV that I put. I'm probably looking at somewhere around like 2.5, 2.6 maybe. But I would rather under promise and over deliver. It's the best feeling when you sell a deal to an investor and you're like, hey, I think you'll be able to sell it for 700. They come back to you 5-6 months later and they're like, dude, I sold that for 900,000. Yeah. That's a way better deal than like, or that's a way better feeling than like, oh man, you said that I'd be able to sell this for 700. It's been sitting for 2 weeks at 600, and we've got nothing on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say ARV is probably 2.5. Let's run some numbers on this one. The rehab budget's going to be extremely hefty. When you get into these luxury homes, where ARV is in the like million plus, especially in the 2.5 million. I already know Brandon's thinking 2,000, or I mean, sorry, not 2,000, 250,000.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking $250,000, especially like Kyle said, when we're playing these higher price points, you want to get that home to that ARV. So there's going to be extra details that you're going to have to put into your work. You're going to have to spend a little bit more money on flooring and to spend a little bit of money on everything, right? If you want to get to that higher ARV. So yeah. I'm looking at this one in the 200,000s. Yeah, 200,000s.
Maybe 2.25.
Yeah,
225. Let's do that. Because again, the investor wants to know, like, hey, look, I'm competing with other deals on the market now. There's this $3.1 million house that was flipped. If I can come out with a product that is really great and I can sell it or list it for 2.5, 2.6, great. Now I'm going to have buyers flooding this area because I put out a better product for a better price. So yeah, I'm going to say 225,000 and 250,000 for profit, because it's a $2.5 million house. You want to get them at least that 10%. Yep. Here, you might be able to get away with closer to 10 just because it's such a high price point. But yeah, you're probably looking somewhere in the 1.7 range on this one.
Yeah.
And again, keep in mind your buyer pool is going to be shrunk because you're going to need somebody who's going to be able to put up, the funding for a $1.8 million house that they're about to tear apart and put another $225,000 into. So, yeah, keep that in mind.
Awesome.
Well, all right, guys. Looks like it is 4:00. We hope you guys are getting value out of this. We hope that you guys are learning something. I'm sorry if we did not get to your property. We're trying to come up with a better system still for how we can get through more properties. But we really like to take the time and give you our thought process because I think that that's what's valuable about this is seeing the reason why it might be a no, even though the numbers do work out. So we hope you find this helpful. If you are really, having something that you want us to comp still, please make sure you go to agentinvestors.com/dispo. That link will be in the description below, in my bio, in Brandon's bio. It's all over the place. Message us on Instagram, message Jake. We'll get you the link, and we will do our best within 24 hours to get that property comp for you. And best of luck to you all. Please feel free to send any suggestions or feedback about the show. We're very open to making this the best possible experience for you guys. And we just really want to thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys for hopping on. We're going to be on the same time next week. Bring your deals. We want to comp your deals. All right, put them in the dispo tracker.
Yep.
We want to help you guys out. We want to bring as much value as we can to you guys. So come on these lives, ask questions. And yeah, man, just, like Kyle said, feedback and, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want? Let us know. We're here for you guys.
Awesome. And as always, thanks, Jake, for hooking us up and taking care of us.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your week.